Cool. So before moving ahead, let me start with my intro. So my name is Suren, having a closely 9+ years of experience in this testing world, and more into automation testing, not only with Selenium and many other tools available in the markets. And moving on to training experience, I have a more than 7 years of experience into this training, and currently I'm working for multiple organizations, as this QA trainer. So moving ahead with the demonstration. So first of all, we need to know what is the testing, right? Followed by what is the manual testing, and then what is the automation testing, and what we are going to study as part of this training program, what I'm going to learn, and at the end of the training program, can I crack my interview or handle any kind of a projects? So these are all the general discussions we are going to study now for the next 10-15 minutes. Okay. So the first and the most important thing is, what is the testing? So a simple example for this one is, before purchasing anything, we will be doing a round of a testing on a particular product, whatever you are purchasing. A simple example for this one is, assume that I'm purchasing a product. So before purchasing any kind of a product, as an end user, we will verify expiry date for that product, right? So here we are conducting a check before purchasing a product. The similar way, organizations are conducting a round of testing before delivering application to the customer. Good enough. Immediately, a quick question will rise in our mind. Why organizations needs to do testing from their end? As a developer, once after developer completed his developing, they will do a round of testing. Why additionally, testers are required for any organization? The ultimate point out over here is to deliver defect-free application to the customer. We are conducting testing on the application. See, customers, we are developing the application for a huge amount of time, or we are investing a lot of resources in developing a particular application. And without doing a proper testing, if we are delivering that particular product to the customer, means then it's not going to a value add. That's the reason before delivering any application to the customer, organizations usually conduct a round of a testing. So let me give you a simple example with the testing how it looks like and without testing how it looks like. So here there are two different persons. This guy is Ramesh and this guy is Suresh. So Suresh is representing one organization. Okay, Suresh is representing one organization. So what exactly Ramesh wants to do means, he looked into udemy.com a portal, and he wants to develop Ramesh udemy.com or some other websites. And when he searched for this requirement in a Google and approached a couple of organizations, majority of the people quoted about $1,000 and 1 year of time. Okay, so majority of the people are asking this much of amount and this many year of time. Then immediately, he dropped off, and from few of his friends, he came to know about Suresh. Then immediately he shared his requirement to Suresh. Okay, this guy shared his requirement to Suresh. So whenever he shared his requirement to this particular person, he has given an estimation stating that he will charge just $100 and he need 10 days of time. Right. Immediately Ramesh compared with the previous vendors and he felt that he is doing the best. And immediately he shared all his requirements. And Suresh and his team worked on the product and they delivered back the application on the sixth day itself. Assume that they have a completed and they delivered back his application on a sixth day. Then he was so happy, Ramesh was so happy. Without checking whether the application is working or not, he posted too many ads, and after few days, none of the user got registered to his site. Then he wants to check his website whether it is working properly or not. When he opened his website, he landed up with 404 error. Okay, 404 error. Then he realized that whatever the application they have developed is not working. That's the reason none of the users got registered. Now, Ramesh shared the list of issues to this team. Then this time they took 6 months to fix the issues. And again, after 6 months, another set of issues. Roughly 2 years are completed, okay, but the application is having lot of issues. Okay, then ultimately Ramesh is not happy with the product whatever they have developed. A quick question out over here is one of his friends, Sudha, wants to develop a website. Will this guy refer Suresh to his friends? See, if you clearly observe, Suresh delivered a quality less product to the customer, right? A quality less product to the customer. Definitely, as the customer is not happy, he won't refer his friends. Slowly, this guy lose his business. This is one use case. And on contracts, so if you observe here, again, here we have a Ramesh and a Suresh. Ramesh shared his requirement to this guy. This time, he completed his development within 6 days, but one person from his organization is checking whether the application is working or not. And if the application is not working, they raised all the issues, they fixed all the issues, and they delivered defect-free application to the customer on 10th day. And now this person is happy. This person is happy as they have delivered a defect-free application, and of course, he will refer this organization to multiple people. So the bottom line out over here is one person who changed the complete flow. We can call this particular person as a tester. So every organization will have a set of testers who will verify or validate whether the developed application is working as per the customer needs or not. So the ultimate point out over here is testers are the persons who are going to check whether the developed application is working as per the customer needs or not, and they will certify the application. Okay, they will certify the application stating that okay, this application is good enough, you can deliver to the customer. They can certify this application is having n number of issues, so it's not a good product to deliver to the customer. So the testers are the one who are going to certify this. Good enough. For that reason, testing is mandatory for any kind of a product or project what organizations are developing. Good enough. And then the next point here is what is a manual testing and what exactly an automation testing is. See, a simple example here is, guys, this is washing of a clothes. So assume that we want to perform this task. There are two ways. The first one is I can wash by hand, and the second one is I can use a machine. right guys? We can wash by hand and we can use a machine. For suppose if I'm performing the task using a hand, it needs 100% human effort and roughly 3 hours of time is required for me to finish this task. Whereas if I use a machine, I just need 5% of a human effort along with 30 minutes of time is required for me to finish my task. So if you observe these two options, guys, both are one and the same. One is a human needs to do that, whereas the second option is a machine is doing on behalf of us. But ultimately, both the tasks are one and the same. The similar way, in a manual testing and automation testing, the ultimate objective is one and the same, which is to test the application only. Okay, the ultimate objective here is we need to test the application. The difference out over here is the first example, we can treat it as a manual testing where a human needs to enter all the things and test the application, whereas here a computer program will test the application. A best example for this one is assume that a Gmail login functionality in the manual testing we will enter username, password, click on a login button, and we will check whether inbox page is displaying or not. Whereas in an automation testing, we will write a computer program that a computer program will enter username, password, click on a login button, validating the inbox. That's it. Both are one and the same. The only difference between a manual testing and an automation testing is in manual, we need to perform the operations, whereas in an automation testing, a computer program will perform all these activities. What is the major advantage of an automation testing? See here, the time. We are saving time here with respect to this automation testing. In the current world, there are a n number of automation tools available in a market. QTP, Selenium, Catalan, n number of tools are there available in a market. Depending on organization need, depending on a project need, we can pick one among those automation tools. These days, majority of the organizations are using Selenium as their test automation tool. In order to automate their applications, majority of the organizations are using Selenium as a tool. Okay, good enough. So the first point which we need to know is what is a Selenium? So Selenium is an open source test automation tool which is used to automate web applications. So the web applications means whatever the applications we are, okay, whatever the applications we are checking on a browser. Okay, Selenium is a tool which is used to automate any kind of a web applications, and that too, it's an open source tool. Open source means anyone can simply download this software for free of cost and they can automate their applications. Good enough. So immediately a quick question will rise in our mind. Is this the only advantage open source? Why people are using? If so, there are too many open source tools are there. Why Selenium? Right? Not only the open source tools, various advantages makes it more powerful. Like the first advantage with respect to Selenium is an open source tool. That's fine. And the second advantage with respect to Selenium is it supports a record and a playback feature. What does it mean? See, guys, we have a mobile phone. In our mobile phone, we do have an audio or a video recorder. Clicking on a capture, it will record it, and whenever you want, you can play back that particular recording. Right? Whenever you want, you can just play back that particular recording. The similar way, here also, The record and a playback feature works on a browser. Whatever the actions you are performing on a browser, for all those actions, it will record the scripts, and whenever we want, we can play back those scripts. And here, Selenium supports multiple programming languages. If you know Java, Ruby, Python, .NET, whichever the programming language might be, you can write down your Selenium code using that particular programming language, and even it supports multiple browsers like IE, Firefox, Safari, Chrome, etc. Multiple browser support is also there using this particular tool. Good enough. So these are all the various advantages which makes this tool more powerful. Good. So before moving ahead, am I clear for you all, or do you have any questions for me? Meghali, Sujata, am I clear for you so far, or do you have any questions for me till now? Okay, good. Done. And then the next point here, which I need to consider right now is okay. So once after we are done, so then okay. So what are we going to study as part of this training program then? Right. How many hours this training program it's going to be? What are we going to study? So we are going to start our training program with Selenium IDE for the first 1 hour. This Selenium IDE is a component which supports record and a playback feature. We are going to study about that. And then we will jump on to core Java. Here we are going to study about 6 to 9 hours on a core Java, and we are going to study from Java installation till exception handling in Java, which are all the concepts required for us to work on Selenium. All those concepts we are going to study as part of this training program. And after that, once we are done with this core Java, then we will jump on to WebDriver. And here we are going to study 20 hours on a WebDriver. This WebDriver is going to be a complete advanced training. So within this WebDriver, every day we are going to study bunch of scenarios. 40 unique scenarios we are going to study as part of this training program. So what is the scenario? First, suppose assume that you are on a Bing.com and you perform a search operation. I can consider this as one scenario. How to perform a search operation on a Bing.com is one scenario. And I assume that the next scenario is a jQuery.com. Assume that you have this drag and drop of functionality. Using a WebDriver program, how can you perform this drag and drop functionality? It's going to be in another scenario. Like this, within our sessions, we are going to study 40 plus unique scenarios, and moreover, we are going to give bunch of assignments, 40 plus assignments for your practice. So every day we will pick one scenario and we will explain what exactly that scenario is. What are all the commands you need to use to handle this one? Everything we are going to study, including JUnit, TestNG, Maven, and Jenkins, framework creation. All these concepts we are going to study as part of this training program. Okay, and then we will see an overview on Python plus Selenium. So how are we going to use a Selenium with Python also we are going to study as part of this training program. Okay, good enough. Done the deal. So these are all the concepts which we are going to study, and even we will see an overview on Selenium Grid as well. So we are going to study all these topics within our training program. The only thing required from your end is you need to attend the classes regularly and you need to practice all the concepts from your end. On top of this one, what additionally we are doing means we are going to cover Cucumber overview. What is a Cucumber? How to use a Cucumber? Followed by Protractor APM, mobile automation testing. All these are concepts we are going to study as part of our training program. Okay, every day we will record the session and we will upload the recording here in a Google Drive folder, and we will give you for your assignments for your practice. And the similar way, whatever the test scripts we are creating in the sessions, we are going to upload the test scripts here, and even we are going to study about a frameworks, and we do have a detailed documentation also. Even if you want to install a software, you don't need to search in a Google, including the installation, everything we have a detailed documentation, and we are going to share this documentation in the Google Drive folder. Everything we are going to upload it in a Google Drive folder, and we will give you access to that. Okay, cool. Done the deal. So this is a high level overview about the training program, guys. Do let me know if you have any questions. Meghali, Kiran, and Sujata, do you have any questions for me? And yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, yeah. We'll no. The thing is, it's better for you to download the videos in your local machine. Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah. So you can download those videos in your machine. The reason is, so once I started a batch, once your training got completed at max, I will keep the videos for a month in the driver. After that, I will delete the videos as I need to upload the upcoming batch videos into that. So at max, after your training, I will keep it for 1 month. Usually, what I suggest means, in parallel of our sessions, try to download the videos in your local machine. That's the thing which I usually suggest. Okay, cool. See, usually, within the sessions itself, we do have an option to discuss your doubts. Usually, we will conduct a weekends as a doubt clarification session. If you have any blockers, then you can text me or on a WhatsApp, or you can shoot me an email. We can uh, discuss those questions over the WhatsApp. And moreover, once we started the training, we will be conducting a weekend doubt clarification session specifically to look into your machines and to solve your doubts as well. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen within the sessions itself. It's not on a regular days. It's going to be on a weekends. We will plan a session over the weekend for that activity. Okay. Cool. Done the deal. Yeah, Meghali, you have some questions, right? No. So it's going to be the sessions are going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and the session timings is Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST, which is Tuesday to Saturday at 6 a.m. IST. So this is going to be the session timings, and we are going to start the regular sessions from Monday, and I will publish a new meeting link for the regular sessions. Okay, this is not going to be the meeting link for the regular classes. I will publish a new meeting link. Okay, cool, cool. Done the deal. If you don't have any questions, we are done with the session, guys. See you again on a Monday. Thank you. Bye bye.